Devaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today we are back to chapter 14 in the Bhakti Gyan course in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we are continuing with the different qualities or different ways we act and see how if we are in the mood of ignorance, passion, goodness, or we are trying to be in pure goodness. So we have been through so we have been seeing the characteristics and manifestations of the different modes. If we give charity, to whom it should be given, what type of food that we eat, and to whom do we offer worship? Is it to demigods? Is it to gods? Is it to actors? Yeah, and then sacrifice. How are we performing sacrifices? What type of austerities we are performing? And what type of worker we are. So then we looked at renunciation. So are we performing one's prescribed duties and abandoning attachment to the fruits of one's work? Then we are in mood of goodness. If we are attached and if we are working on it to enjoy ourselves, then it's not in the mood of goodness. So knowledge also is very important. Do we have knowledge of the scriptures, or are we just following something blindly? So very important knowledge of scriptures. And our action, what type of action are we performing? So this also just determines in which mode we are. Now we are on the 12th point, understanding. So in the mode of ignorance, considering irreligion to be religion and religion to be irreligion, striving always in the wrong direction. So we don't have understanding of what is religion exactly. Then in the mode of passion, misguided, perverse, and imperfect, cannot distinguish between religion and irreligion, truth and untruth, and what should and should not be done. So this is also not so good. Goodness intelligently discriminates under scriptural direction between what is to be done and not to be done, what is to be feared and not to be feared, and what is liberating and what is binding. So understanding with scriptural knowledge, that's very important. Then we are getting into the right path in spiritual life. And in mode of pure goodness, one is always perfectly considering Krishna through personal realization confirmed by scriptures and the spiritual master. So this is the pure goodness one, where someone is really guided by scriptures and spiritual master plays a very important role in the spiritual life of that person. Comments?
Yeah, no, I think you've explained it well, Karuna.
Okay, so we go to the 13th one, determination. In the mode of ignorance, one cannot go beyond daydreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, morosness, and illusion. In the mode of passion, one is fixed upon securing the fruits of religion, economic development, and sense gratification. In the mode of goodness, one practically is unbreakable, is sustained with steadfastness by yoga, which controls the activities of mind, life, and senses. In the mode of pure goodness, one is fully engaged in Krishna consciousness and never deviated by anything else. The determination is very important to progress in our spiritual life. So in the mode of goodness, we are controlling the senses, the mind, and we are practicing bhakti yoga and devotional service and try to upon fix our mind upon Lord Krishna. Yes. Any comment?
Yeah, no, that sounds good as well. Determination, sometimes a lot of people just daydream, and it doesn't go beyond that. And we have to be a little careful that we don't fall into this trap of daydreaming. It's easy to do because, the soul has so many desires, but in Kali Yuga, hard to put those desires into practice sometimes because it's just a crazy age, and we, of course, not in control anyway. So we start daydreaming that we are famous or knowledgeable, etc. So got to be careful, don't get into that trap. So,
And the 14th one, happiness. So in the mode of ignorance, one is blind to self-realization. Illusion from beginning to end comes about from sleep, laziness, and illusions. What we can see in mode of ignorance, it's always laziness coming back. You're not determined to do anything religious. In the mode of passion, one is derived from contact of the senses with their objects. So one is very much absorbed in enjoying. And then seems like nectar at first, but poison at the end. But enjoyment doesn't really mean bringing happiness. And epitomized by sexual enjoyment. So again, you just engage in senses and sex objects. So not very good. The mode of goodness compared to poison in the beginning but nectar at the end, because it involves control the mind and senses but awakens one to self-realization. So we try to engage ourselves in devotional service in bhakti yoga. But maybe in the beginning we won't really like it, but in the gradually we really enjoy this bhakti life because this is real happiness. The mode of pure goodness derived from service rendered by a purified soul to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in an eternal loving relationship, ever increasing ecstasy and paralleled by any mundane experience, emotion. This is what we should be striving for, trying to identify ourselves with the soul and not the body and enjoying the senses. But as a soul, when we are in eternal service to the Supreme Lord, so very important. Where to find our happiness here. Yes. Connect the British.
it's business about it's nectar in the beginning, poison at the end. This is a mode of passion. So quite easy to understand for us because, for example, if we like sweets and we eat a lot of sweets, in the beginning it's nectar, but after a few, you don't want to see any more sweets or chocolates or whatever because you've eaten too many. Gulab jamuns is a classic example. You eat one, wow, fantastic. Two, not so great, not so bad. Three, oh, eat 4 gulab jamuns and no more, please. So it's turns is beginning is nectar, but in the end is poison. And the other example is chanting or meditating. In the beginning, it's very hard. It's like poison. But once we practice it properly and get the right results and rewards, then it becomes nectar. So just a couple of examples. Okay.
If we eat too many sweets, we'll get diabetes.
Poison in the end.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, all the devotees. How are you? All right?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I wanted to share my experience.
Mm.
When I came to this country, back home, we couldn't afford to buy chocolates, to be honest. And when I came to this country, I mean, I was just so crazy, eating all the time whole nut chocolates. The big one, it was like it was like 10 pence, one big chocolate. You just go in the supermarket, you do your food shopping, and then you buy this big chocolate and you just eat it. And I used to enjoy it so much, and even the cakes. And now, as you are telling to me, so many chocolates over on the table, but I won't even look at it.
That's
So
good example,
this is it. You are right. I mean, afterward it is poison to us.
Yeah, good example.
My son keeps saying, "Mommy, you used to eat chocolate so much." I say, "Yeah, I know, but now it's just very, very rare, very rare." But like if somebody birthday, they give you one, that's fine, but not like all the time open the fridge and eat it. No. Even the sweet, same thing, not eat too much.
Good example.
I think I said I better share my experience.
Yes, good experience. It helps us that you understand. Good. Thank you.
Now joining this session like every day, I did miss it, but sometimes you think I wished I had joined ages ago or long time ago.
You timed it well. There's always a time and place, so that's fine.
It's fine, yeah. Making us understand more. Even the Mataji makes us understand more.
Yeah, she's very good.
Which is very good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you keep reading, but you don't understand what's the point.
True.
Yeah. Thank you, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's definitely true. We understand more when we are discussing, when we are together with in association with devotees. So there is really we do really understand. Just like I was saying to Brahma Samhita before, when I was reading, it was very difficult to understand. But together when we are here discussing every Sunday, then we are understanding something. So very nice association.
Yeah.
True.
Yes. So the last point is colors. So the taste of colors also determines uh, our mood. So if you like blue, it is the mood of ignorance. Red, it's the mood of passion. Yellow, it's the mood of goodness. And white is the mood of pure goodness. So if we have rated ourselves, then we can see 0 and 15, it is towards pure goodness. 16 to 30, it's towards goodness. 31 to 45, towards passion. And 45, ignorance. So this is for the different
Yeah, good.
items. Yeah, with different things we can determine which mood we are. Yeah. So
Good.
we move to last verses of chapter 14.
Yeah.
Riansh, would you like to read the Sanskrit?
Yes, Mother.
You see the screen? Yes.
Not yet.
Oh.
I still sharing. Okay, it's come.
Okay, Riansh. Text 19.
नेभ्यकार्तारं यदा द्रष्टा न पश्यति गुणेभ्यश्चापरं वेति मद्भावं सोऽधिगच्छति.
Ram Prabhu, would you like to read the English part?
When one property sees that in all activities, no other performer is at work than these modes of material nature, nature, and he knows the Supreme Lord who is transcendental to all those modes, he attains my spiritual nature.
Text 20. Gunanethanati atitya tindehi deha samudbhava janma mrityu jara dukkhe vimukta vritam vashnate.
When somebody being is able to transcend these three modes associated with the material body, he can become free from birth, death, and old age and their distresses and can enjoy nectar even in this life.
We can't hear you, Riyansh.
Text 21. Arjuna Uvacha Kerlinge Strin Gunaneta Natito Bhavati Prabhu Kimachara Katam Chaitams Strin Gunanati Vartate.
Arjuna inquired, O my dear Lord, by which symptoms is one known who is transcendental to these three modes? What is his behavior and how does he transcend the modes of nature?
Text 22. 225. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Prakasham Cha Pravritim Cha Mohamevacha Pandava Na Dveshte Sampravartani Na Nivritani Kamshati Gudasina Varasino Guneryo Yona Vichalyate Gunavartanta iti evam Yovatishtati Nirgate Samadukka Sukha Swasta Samaloshtasma Kanchana Tulya Priya Priyo Dhiras Tulya Nindatma Samstuti Manapamanasyo Manayos Tulyas Tulyo Mitrari Pakshayo Sarvaramba Paratyagi Gunatita Sauchyate.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion when they are present or long for them, when they disappear, who is unwaveringly and undisturbed through all these reactions, also material qualities, remaining neutral and transcendental, knowing that the modes alone are active, who is situated in the self and regards alike happiness and distress, who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, and a piece of gold with an equal eye, who is equal toward the desirable and the undesirable, who is steady, situated equally, well in praise and blame, honor and dishonor, who treats alike both friends and enemy. and who has renounced all material activities, such a person is said to have transcended the modes of nature.
Shall do it. Text 26. Mam cha yogyadhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samahitaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate.
One who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman.
Text 27. Brahmano hi pratishtaham amritasya vyasya cha shashvatasya cha dharmasya sukhasya kantikasya cha.
And I am the basis of the impersonal Brahman, which is immortal, imperishable, and eternal, and is a constitutional position of ultimate happiness.
This is the end of chapter 14 of the modes of material nature. Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. The summary of the verses 19 to 27. So although goodness is said to be the most progressive of the three, it still implicates one in the law of karma. To become completely free of karmic reaction, one must transcend even the mode of goodness and become situated on the spiritual platform. This is only possible by engaging in bhakti yoga with unflinching determination, taking inspiration and support from those who have already transcended the three modes. So Lord Krishna explains the character of such perfected transcendentalists who enjoy nectar even in these times. So lesson 59, understand that performing bhakti is above the three modes of material nature. So yes, just like we have been seeing the different qualities of the three modes. So one was pure goodness, so transcending the three modes and reaching that pure goodness is completely on a spiritual platform, and this is done only through determination and with association of devotees and taking shelter of a bona fide spiritual master who will guide us. So very important in spiritual life. Yes, can you comment?
Yeah, that was good. Good. I think we spent 5 sessions on chapter 14, which is really good actually, because it's such an important chapter. So, and yeah, the importance of bhakti yoga is really highlighted by the Lord as in the conclusion of this chapter. And good for us to understand that forming bhakti means we are not under the, at that moment, once we're performing that bhakti, we're not under the three modes. Of course, we want to try to perform bhakti all the time, but our nature is perhaps not so inclined at this moment. But even if we do 1%, that 1% we are away from the three modes, and the Lord will help us come to 2%, then progress further and further. So, Prabhavin, any questions?
Yes, Hare Krishna. I think it's best thing is to do the good karmas, which will bring our inside soul nearer to the God.
Good karma definitely helps because
But
if we do bad, then that's going to be causing a problem with our, lives, our psychology, and our
but
lives.
but one thing I want to
Mm.
just mention it. Sometimes you are good with other people, but
Mm.
it is not working out.
With
It is
everyone.
not working out because there is always, if you
Friction.
do 100 things good, if you do one thing bad, they will just bring out that bad thing.
I think, yeah. Very
And
true.
that makes you upset inside.
Very,
And when you're upset, it's just no good.
yeah. Very true. Now, the thing is, Pawan, just about going back to what you said, doing good karma, just doing good karma is not enough. Good karma will definitely help go towards spiritualism because it puts one in the mode of goodness, but it's not enough. We need to do that karma which has no impact, no karmic reaction, and that is only spiritual activity. So spiritual work is the best work, as much as we can. Even at home, when you are cooking, you can turn that cooking into spiritual work because you put a bhajan on, and you offer that food to Krishna as bhoga, and then it becomes prasad. So cooking vegetarian food is good, but it's not good enough because it's still just food. We want to make it prasad. So then we offer it to the Lord so that it becomes spiritual food. So that's one point. Second thing, what you said about, if we do 100 things good and one thing wrong, the one thing wrong will be focused on. Very true. But my experience has shown me, again, this is a little controversial. Anything good you do, somehow or other, something comes and puts it down. Even in the spiritual, even when you're doing bhakti, even when you're helping somebody, I usually find that something negative comes in to play. But it never stops us. It never stops us. It shouldn't stop us. It doesn't matter. Let it come. But we still continue. We still do whatever we want to do within bhakti. So that's something which personally that's happens to me a lot. You do something spiritually, but there's something that happens which has a negative twist to it.
And I think, I'm sorry, I'm disturbing you.
No, that's
and
good.
it makes you go back.
It can, but we don't.
We don't. We still push ourselves
We
to
still
go
continue.
front.
Yeah. Understanding that this is maybe a tiny little test which the Lord is sending, maybe. So
One thing I still want to ask you. The way you explained just now about the food. When I'm cooking the food, I'm always thinking, Krishna, I'm making food for you.
Good. Very good.
But the only thing is I don't offer it in the temple, in my house.
So there's alternative for that. Sorry to disturb you. You can have a little plate for Krishna, put everything in that plate, little bits, and offer it. That's one option. Second, if that's a little hard at this moment, you can just think, my dear Lord, after you finish cooking, my dear Lord, I'm offering this food I have cooked to you within my mind. Please accept it. That is okay. Because sometimes time is a little, short and we might struggle. So just do that. Even that is accepted by Krishna.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if I'm not wrong, I did mention this before, that in my house, like Deepak like egg, Deepak like meat. So
right.
now at present, he's come off the meat and he's come off even
Good.
the eggs.
Good.
So
Oh,
there is no
good.
meat and there is no eggs in the fridge, which is quite good.
Fantastic.
So all this time, I always thought, oh my God, there is one side is meat, one side is vegetable. And now inside me, I always thought, oh, how can I
offer it to God?
cook? I'm cooking, but I can't offer it to the God. And it's only the fresh fruit, every day's fresh fruit, which is offered, and milk and the water. But in the fridge is oneself, only food for God, which is given in the morning. And that is kept completely tidy and nobody eats from that one.
Okay, that's good. But now you said there's no more egg and meat in the fridge. So no, so that's fine. Now you can offer. Now you can offer.
Yeah. Okay. So when you make it, you still can offer it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for being so honest and forthcoming. Very good.
Yeah, I did mention this before a long time ago, if you remember.
Right.
When it came to the food, and then I did mention about my house that I've got these things and I can't do it. I'm thinking of God inside me all the time.
See, He has helped you. He has taken away. He's taken away. That's good.
Yeah, my husband enjoyed it, but now he also is off with it.
Wow. So this is Lord has helped you.
Yeah. But if Deepak wants to eat it, he brings from the outside and he will eat it.
Okay.
But nothing is cooked in the house now.
Oh, wow.
Thanks. That's the go. Thanks to God, Krishna.
Krishna's helped you. He's helped you.
Yeah, it has helped me. He has helped me. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, sir. Karuna, anything you'd like to add to that?
So I think in many families this has happened. Somebody becomes vegetarian and the other is still be non-vegetarian. So even in my family it was like that. My mother became vegetarian and then she was cooking for us. But one day I saw her crying. And when I asked her, why are you crying? What's happening? And she said, yeah, but I have to cook. I'm incurring sins. I'm cooking for you. And you don't want to become vegetarian. So that really disturbed me. And gradually we all became vegetarian. So I'm sure Mother prayed a lot for us so that we could understand and become vegetarians. So yes, Lord Krishna really helped. Yeah, incredible.
Wow, very good. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, amazing, amazing.
Yeah, thank you for sharing your experience, Mataji.
I really liked Prabhupada's thing because this is such amazing. The Lord is so amazing. You know, He makes the things happen. You know, if you have a desire to progress, He makes it happen. So it's really good. Excellent. Okay, thank you.
So that's the end of chapter 14.
Great.
Srimad Bhagavad Gita.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you.